Hello, hi, welcome back. It has been a while, although I think I will have some other videos up before this one goes up, so it won't really have been a while. It'll have just been a few days, but at the time of me starting this, it's been a while. This is the start of a weekly reading vlog, and it's also the start of my comeback to booktube. I'm so excited to finally be making a video again. It's been a crazy couple of months. It's been, I think, about 2 months since I uploaded a video. Like I said, I will have a couple other videos up prior to this one, so you'll have seen me, but I'm gonna sort of go into detail in this video talking about where I've been and why I've been gone and what's been going on in my life, a little life update, if you will. I'll put a timestamp in the description if you don't want to hear about what's been going on with me. You can skip to the actual vlog portion of the video, but I thought I needed to start this video out just kind of explaining like where I've been, what I've been up to, what's been going on with me, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my coffee. So in one of my more recent videos, I think like 3 or 4 videos ago, I posted a currently reading / like life update video where I talked about how my job had been quite stressful because someone had left our office and left us short-staffed, and I was picking up a lot of the slack, and that things had been a little bit crazy over the course of that couple of months. I was really hopeful that things would get better after a little while. I was really hopeful that someone would get hired quickly and that some of that stress and workload would be alleviated off of me. It was just a really bad time. Like mental health wise, I was struggling so much. I was very, very miserable, very unhappy. I didn't really have a lot of desire to do much because my work situation was so stressful, and I was miserable. I was really, really miserable. There were a couple of times where they had hired someone to cover the spot or like to take the spot, and something or other didn't work out, and so we would sort of be back to square one. That happened twice. I just kept thinking like the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. Like every single time someone got hired, I would think like, okay, like here's my timeline, like just a couple more weeks, and then something wouldn't work out and it would be back to like the beginning. And so I ended up deciding to leave. They did eventually hire someone, and she kind of trained, and she was sort of taking over some of the responsibilities, but I just got to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore. Like my mental health was so bad that even though I had some help, like even though like some of the stress had been alleviated, I was so miserable, and it was affecting everything. Like not just my work life, but it was affecting like outside of work, my relationships, my relationship with my husband, just in general, everything was just really bad. My husband actually recently started a new job in October, so that coupled with the fact that they had finally gotten someone hired and was taking over that position, allowed me the opportunity to quit my job. It was a really scary thing to do because I was quitting with essentially no backup plan. Like I don't have a job right now, but it seemed like the right decision for me to take a step back and kind of prioritize my own health and well-being over, you know, the obligations that I felt that I had for this company. I don't really think that a job should define anybody. Like I've really come to understand that I don't want to be defined by what I do so much as like who I am. Obviously that's such a cliche thing to say, but I think that I had gotten into this mindset that like my identity was tied to a job and being good at a job, and I realized that I don't want that to be my identity anymore. And so when I was sort of like thinking about everything and realized that we definitely have the means to allow me to take a step back from work for a short period of time, I took it because I just decided like my mental health and well-being is more important than a job. And I also recognize that I am incredibly privileged to be able to be without a job right now. I know that there are so many people that struggle financially, that live paycheck to paycheck, and don't have the capability to just take time for themselves. My husband obviously has a great job, and I have a lot of money saved, so it has allowed us the opportunity for me to take some time off of work while I try to figure out like what my plan is. But right now I'm just taking some time. It's the holidays, so I'm gonna just like relax through the next month or so, and then I will sort of hit the ground running in terms of figuring out what my next steps are. And I'm really looking forward to this time to myself and to dedicate to things that I've been neglecting for a little while. So what I'm going to be focusing on for the next month is like getting my house in order, kind of getting my life in order, and being able to dedicate time to reading and booktube again, because those are two things that I really missed focusing on when I was in the thick of the shit. I wanted to be reading, I wanted to be making videos, and I just didn't have the time or energy to do either. So I'm really excited to be back in the swing of things and be making videos again. Like I said, I will have had a couple of videos go up before this, so you'll know that I am currently doing a sort of vlogmas where I'm vlogging, but I'm not doing daily vlogs, and I am going to be uploading a video in December every other day. You should be seeing lots of videos from me over the next month because I'm excited to be doing this again. I'm actually, like, today is the 28th, so we're not quite to December yet, but I'm planning on spending the next couple of days like filming some videos to get ready for December, like just get some stuff ready to go, and obviously I will be vlogging, and it's gonna be a really good time. All that being said, it's a vlog. I haven't decided if this is gonna be a vlog, like part of Vlogmas, because it is so close to the beginning of December, or if I'm just gonna vlog for a few days and then like start my Vlogmas vlogs like part of the way through December. I haven't really decided. I guess we'll kind of see what happens over the next couple of days. But because it's a reading vlog, I thought I would show you what I'm reading, starting with the book I'm currently reading, which is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm sorry for the glare. The sun is shining right in this window. It's very weird to be filming in front of this window when there's such good natural light. I am currently, actually I read that chapter. No, I didn't. Okay, so I'm currently on page 72, so not super far in. It's deceptively long. Like, this book is over 500 pages. It doesn't look like it would be, but it is. I haven't made a huge dent in it yet, but I am I'm jointly like listening to the audiobook and reading it physically. I think I will just continue to do that. I have a bunch of errands to run today, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, so I will hopefully get a lot of listening of this done. But yeah, I have read a little bit of this physically and then also listened to a little bit of the audiobook. This is a fantasy, an adult fantasy. It's about this boy or guy, man. He's in grad school, so I guess he's a man technically. One day he's in the library of his college and he finds a book that seems mysterious. It doesn't have an author, it doesn't have like a publication date, like a copyright page or anything, but he checks it out and he starts reading it, and he realizes that parts of the book mirror events that happened in his own life, but he doesn't really understand how that could be because this book seems to have been published way before he was born, and yet something is very familiar about this story. So he goes on sort of a quest to discover what exactly this book is and where it came from. So far, I'm intrigued, but not a lot has happened. Like, I've read 75 pages, but not a ton has happened yet. I'm enjoying it so far. I really loved The Night Circus when I read it a few years ago. It's one of my favorite books. I've always said it's one of my favorite books. I need to reread it, but I haven't read it. Obviously, this is her only other book, and I'm excited to finally be reading it. The reviews on Goodreads are fairly mixed. It has some good reviews, it has some middling reviews, and it has some negative reviews. So I'm excited to see kind of where I fall on the scale. Then I'm going to be picking up The Martian by Andy Weir. I actually did start reading this physically last night. I listened to the audiobook of this yesterday. Like, I was listening to this majority on audio yesterday. So I thought I'll pick up The Martian and read it physically, and I read the first chapter and I was like, you know what, I think this would be a book better experienced on audio. Already in just the first chapter, the voice of the narrator seems like it would lend itself really well to an audiobook format. So I'm going to be holding off on reading this one until I finish this one so that I can listen to the audiobook of this. And then finally, I've got These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which is the first in a YA fantasy duology that is sort of a retelling, reimagining of Romeo and Juliet. It's set in 1920s Shanghai, I believe, and it follows the heirs to these rival like mafia families, gang families. Full disclosure, I did read about, I don't know, 25% of this earlier this year in February, I think. I started it right after I read Jade City, and then I realized that the stories are sort of similar, so I didn't want to read two things like that back to back because I really loved Jade City, so I wanted to give this book a fair shot because initially I wasn't enjoying it nearly as much. So I put this one down. I've had it kind of on pause all year, but it's time to get back to it, so I will be picking this up at some point in the next week and hopefully finishing it. So yeah, these are my reading plans for the week, and hopefully I will manage to get a lot of reading done. I don't think I'll be able to finish all 3 of these books before the month ends, but maybe at least 1 or 2 of them if I get really lucky. And that leads me into talking about my plans for today. So like I said, it's almost 9 o'clock and I have a ton of stuff to do today. I have some errands that I need to run. I have to go pick up a prescription at CVS, and I also need to go to the post office and send a couple of packages, and I have to go grocery shopping for the week. And then I also think I'm just gonna run over to Target and TJ Maxx and just peek around. I haven't done a ton of Christmas shopping, although we're doing a pretty low-key Christmas this year, so I probably won't have to do a ton of Christmas shopping, but I do want to go just see what's going on. Obviously there might still be some sales going on just from like Black Friday and then Cyber Monday Monday is today, so I'm just gonna go do a little shopping. I need to be back here at the house by 1 o'clock because the Terminex is coming to spray around our house, and I just like to be here or have somebody here when they're here. I don't really know why, because nobody really has to be here, but I just like to be here if somebody's like at my house. So I just need to be back by 1 because they're coming between 1 and 3. I'm sorry that this intro was way long. I'm gonna go get ready. I'm actually like mostly ready. I'm just gonna go put my shoes on and I'm gonna go run all these errands that I need to run, and I will check in periodically as I'm out and about, and then I guess when I get home I could show you what I get. If I get anything, I could show you what I get. All right, I'm in the car and I forgot one thing. I have to go return some books to the library, so that's on the list now. So post office, CVS, library, Target, TJ Maxx, Walmart, and then I might just run it into Sam's Club and get a couple of things because I'm gonna be over on that side of town and I need to be back in my house by 1. It is currently 9:15, so I should definitely be able to get everything done in the next 4 hours, but hopefully things don't take too long. All right, so it is much later. It is about noon now, and I am at my last stop, which is Walmart. I have a pretty short, you can't really tell, but I have a pretty short list of groceries that I need to get for meals for this week, and so I'm gonna run in and do that. Like I said, it's noon. I need to be back home by 1. I think it'll take me about 30 minutes in Walmart, depending on how busy it is. The parking lot is pretty crowded, so it might be busier than I would normally think it would be at 12 o'clock on a Monday, but we're gonna go in, we're gonna get our groceries. Also, I've been listening to The Starless Sea like the whole time I've been out, and I'm up to, let's see, I'm like a quarter of the way in. I'm at 25%, so I'm like a quarter of the way in, and it's very confusing, but also I'm really intrigued by it. I'll talk about it more when I get home, but it's definitely like not gonna be for everybody, I think, but it's definitely giving me a feeling that I'm gonna enjoy it. So hopefully that will continue to be the case. But like I said, I'll talk more about it when I get home. I feel a little bit weird filming right now because like people are walking by, and I'm a little weirded out filming in public, but we're powering through. And I'm gonna go buy groceries now, and then I will check in with you when I get home. All right, we're back. It is 12:47, so we made it home with a little bit of time to spare. Let's talk about what all I got, because I think hauls are fun and I'm gonna do them. Also, we're ignoring this situation. I'm gonna do the dishes this afternoon. First off, I went to Lowe's and I got a storage bin. We bought a few of these last year to store our Christmas decorations in up in the attic, and I decided I wanted to get another one for our fall decor because I really got like a ton of fall decor this year, and I didn't end up decorating as much as I wanted to, but I decorated my house for fall, and so I have a ton of stuff and I need a better storage system. So I got this for the fall decor so I can stick that up in the attic. And then I went to the pharmacy and I got my prescription. I recently got diagnosed, I guess. I didn't really get diagnosed. I went to urgent care and they told me this is what's wrong with you, and then they wrote this prescription for me. I have like really bad acid reflux. I think it was also brought on by stress, and I got really sick a few weeks ago, about a month ago actually, and basically they said you have to take this pill forever and it'll help it. So I went and got my prescription filled. Anyway, so that was Lowe's and CVS, and I'm actually really proud of myself because I really didn't spend that much at Target, and I only bought one thing at TJ Maxx. So let's do Target first. So I got some hangers because we need more hangers now that Cole has like a office job where he has to dress nice every day, so I needed some more shirt hangers. I also got 2 things of pant hangers because we didn't have enough, because now Cole has dress pants that he has to wear to work every day. Realistically, I know I'm not working. I could get him some of my hangers, but I'm just planning for the future. So I got 2 things of pant hangers. And then this is where it gets a little bit unhinged, because I saw this idea on TikTok. Well, I saw this thing on TikTok, this Christmas decoration, and I really liked it, but I wanted to like kind of modify it for my space. I have a shelf right around this corner from where you're at that I keep like my cookbooks on. It's literally like just around the corner from the kitchen, so I keep like cookbooks and little like trinkets and stuff on it, and there's a mirror hanging above it. It's like right in our entryway, so it makes like our entryway look really big, and I want to decorate that shelf for Christmas this year, and I was trying to decide what I was going to decorate, like how I was going to decorate it, and then I saw this thing on TikTok and I was like, I can definitely make that work for me. So I'm gonna decorate it with a whole bunch of bottle brush trees. So I got a few at Target of various sizes and colors because I'm just gonna do kind of like a little rainbow situation, and I think it's gonna be really cute, and I'll obviously show it when it's done. I'm probably gonna decorate it tomorrow. I think I'm probably gonna need more than what I got, because I only got a few. Well, I got a few. I got a bunch, but I probably am gonna need more just to fill the shelf. And of course, Milo's already trying to chew on them. I got some sparkly ones. I got some regular ones. I got all different colors and kinds and sizes. Anyway, so I'm excited about my bottle brush tree decorations. So I got all of those at Target. I did go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx first, and I got some other bottle brush trees. This is just a set of 3 that are all like green and glittery, and I think I'm really gonna regret the glittery ones, but they're cute. And all of the Christmas stuff at Target was 40% off. Like I said, I am gonna need more, but for now, what I got will suffice to get started, and then I can collect more this year and next year, and obviously turn it into this big little bottle brush forest. Do you want to see my groceries as well? Why the heck not? Okay, I got cat litter. I'm not showing that because it's heavy and I don't want to lift it up, and it's already over by the door. I got some laundry detergent because I only have a few pods left. And then there were only a few indulgences, to be honest. Like, I pretty much got everything that I needed on the list, aside from like, I mean, I got everything I needed and I only added a couple of things. So I'm happy with that. But this, I really love this brand of Craters, whatever, the popcorn that they have this like little trio thing at Sam's Club that has cheddar, caramel, and then just like regular butter, and I am obsessed with this stuff. It's like a nice little afternoon snack. I just like get a little bowl, I put a little bit of each kind, watch TV. I'm obsessed. And then I got some pita chips and some mini sweet peppers because I'm really on a hummus kick right now. I've been eating a lot of hummus, and I got a big thing of it when we went to Sam's Club the other day, and then I only got like a little bag of pita chips and a little bag of sweet peppers, and I already out of both of those, and I still have like over half of the hummus left. So I got big things of each. I got these obviously at Sam's, and then I got this at Sam's. I got tomatoes. I got a big thing of tomatoes because we're having tomato soup this week, and I'm gonna try to do it homemade. I've never done homemade like tomato soup. I always get like the little cartons, or I use canned tomatoes, but I'm gonna try to do it with like my own veggies and see how it turns out. That was all I got at Sam's. And then Walmart, I got some Diet Coke. This was the only other thing besides the popcorn that wasn't on the list. I am decided I'm gonna become a Diet Coke girl. I like Diet Coke, but nobody else likes it. Like, my husband doesn't like it, so we never buy it. We always buy sodas that we both like, but I decided to get some of the mini Diet Cokes. I got a big bag of tater tots, and then I got a smaller bag of potato wedges. We like to just have French fries, potato wedges, tater tots, whatever in the freezer, because we like to do, sometimes if we're not in the mood to cook, or if it's been like a long day, or we aren't hungry at a normal time and then we eat a little bit later, we like to do easy stuff. We keep like chicken patties, chicken strips, chicken nuggets, chicken stuff in the freezer just to have like easy oven stuff. And we were out of fried potato variations, so I got some tots because this was the only thing they had in a big bag, and this will last us forever. And then I decided I wanted potato wedges because I freaking love them, so I got those. Got some ground beef because we're gonna have enchiladas this week, and I will only use half of this so I can freeze the other half and use it for something else. I got Cole some milk. I don't drink regular milk because it hurts my tummy, so I got that. Oh, I lied. I did get one other thing that wasn't on the list, and that was this Fairlife cookies and cream milk. I've been drinking Fairlife because it has no lactose in it, and so it doesn't hurt my stomach. And they had this little like thing of it that's cookies and cream flavored, and I was like, I definitely want to try that. Got some sliced cheese because we're gonna have grilled cheese with the tomato soup. I got bacon because we're gonna have breakfast for dinner one night this week. And then I got some cream also for the potato soup. No, tomato soup. I don't know why I said potato. And then the rest of what I got is all produce. I got 2 green bell peppers and a red bell pepper. These are probably all gonna go in the soup. At least the red bell pepper is, and probably one of the green ones. I got lemons and limes for something we're having this week. Oh, I got limes because I'm gonna make cilantro lime rice for our enchilada night. And then I just got lemons because I like to have lemons just in case I need something, like need lemon juice, or if I want to just add like a couple slices of lemon to some water. I got onion because I need onion for enchiladas, tomato soup, and I can't remember what the other, oh, we're having a chicken salad, but we already have all the ingredients for that because we bought those last week. Cilantro for the rice, and then I wanted to get like just a little bit of garlic because the tomato soup recipe that I am going to try to follow it calls for fresh garlic, but they didn't have a small thing of it. So I got this giant thing of garlic. Luckily we really like garlic and we'll probably use that no problem. I got some bananas and I got some strawberries, which I know it's not strawberry season, so these were really expensive and probably an unnecessary purchase, but I love strawberries any time of year. I put them in smoothies. We're having breakfast for dinner, like I said, so we'll definitely eat this stuff, but it did hurt a little bit paying $4.18 for those strawberries. So yeah, that's my haul of everything I got while I was out and about. I'm gonna go put it away now, and then I'm gonna make myself some lunch or a snack and just chill because I'm tired and I deserve to sit down. I don't know what time well, they're supposed to come sometime between 1 and 3, so I'm sure Terminex will be here soon. Oh, also, I'm gonna put all this away and then I'm actually gonna talk to you about the Starless Sea because things are heating up. I'm about 30% of the way in now, and I have more thoughts and opinions. So let me just go put my groceries away real quick, and then I will come back and talk to you about books. So I am up to page 170. Hi, baby. So I listened to the equivalent of about 100 pages, and it feels like I've read a lot of it, but it doesn't really look like I've made much of a dent in the book, which is a bit daunting. I'm getting more into the story. I'm learning more about what's going on. So essentially, like I said, it is about this guy named Zachary Ezra Rollins, who is a grad student, and he sort of gets set on this quest to figure out what the Starless Sea is. He reads this book that contains part of his life in it, and so he is trying to figure out like what he has to do with this place and like what everything means. I don't want to spoil anything, even though the book's been out for a few years, but I'm at a good part. Like I think we're about to get a little bit more action. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. He's met a few people that are in some way related to this place, which he has learned is a place. The Starless Sea is a place that's in the book that he read that also contains part of his life, and he's learned that the Starless Sea is an actual place, and he is trying to get there, and along the way he has met a few people who help or hinder his journey in various ways. I feel like I'm about to get really invested in more of his story, more of what's going on. I think I'm finally gonna get some answers to some of the questions that have been posed so far. I don't know why you're sniffing and licking. So I'm getting more invested. I'm definitely intrigued to see what's gonna happen next. At this point, it does give me a bit of a 5-star feeling. Like, I haven't had a lot of those this year, so I'm kind of getting the inklings of that 5-star feeling. Not super far in, obviously, or like not really far enough in to make a definitive judgment, but I definitely am feeling like it could be 5 stars. Like I said, The Night Circus is a 5-star read for me, one of my favorite books, and this is giving me the same feelings. Like, I feel like it's almost a cop-out to say if you like The Night Circus, then you'll probably like this, but it's definitely got obviously very similar writing style. It's got this like whimsical mystery factor that is present throughout the course of The Night Circus, and I'm really excited to find out more about the Starless Sea and learn more about our main characters, and I'm excited to keep going with it. I currently have about 13 hours of the audiobook left, which I'm listening to on 2.15, so I should be able to finish it in the next 6 hours, and I don't really have anything to do this afternoon, so I kind of am feeling like maybe playing some Sims, or maybe like playing like some Stardew Valley or something, and just putting my audiobook on and just like completely zoning out into this world. I'm gonna go eat some lunch right now because I am hungry, like I said, and then I do need to kind of like prep some stuff for dinner, and I probably need to wash and prep some of the produce that I got just to like store it in the fridge properly. But I think I'm just gonna like relax and eat something now, and then I will do that in a bit. It's much later. It's about 6:30. The afternoon and early evening sort of got away from me a little bit. I didn't really get anything done that I was gonna get done. We're not gonna talk about that situation. I did eat lunch earlier, and then I watched a little TV, and then I did listen to a little bit more of the audiobook, but I was waiting on the Terminex guy to get here. He was supposed to get here between 1 and 3, and he didn't get here till like 4:30. So that was kind of annoying, but it's fine. we are surviving. I'm making dinner right now. I've got some chicken going in the Instant Pot, and I am gonna make a peanut sauce because I'm gonna make this like Thai chicken salad that is sort of reminiscent. Okay, this is kind of a niche thing, or not really niche, but like it's a specific thing. But one of my favorite things, like fast food things, is the Thai chicken wrap that Jimmy John's does in the summer. I was kind of craving one the other day, and then obviously can't get it because it's November. So I looked up a recipe for something sort of similar. So I'm making Thai chicken salad, and then we have some tortillas that I'm gonna make wraps out of them. So that's what we're having for dinner. So I'm making a peanut sauce to go in this chicken salad. And I figured I would talk to you about, no, I only need one. Why am I doing this? Okay. I thought I would talk to you about the Starless Sea while I make the sauce. So I didn't read as much of it as I wanted to. I did read some of it. I'm up to page 229, which is part 3, and I'm still really enjoying it, but I have two thoughts about it right now. Number one is that the writing is so beautiful. It's lyrical. It totally makes sense why everybody loves Erin Morgenstern's writing style, because she has this like really whimsical, magical writing style that is just great. But it does sort of feel like we could get where we're going a little faster, I guess. I'm like halfway through, or not quite halfway through. I'm like 40% of the way into the book right now. And shit. Well, that sucks. Just broke that. Anyway, I'm like 40% of the way into the book, and while yeah, stuff is happening, it's not happening like very quickly. And I guess that sort of goes along with the like slow lyrical writing style that she's got going on. I'm still like really enjoying the book, and I'm obviously gonna keep going with it. And I still kind of do have that 5-star feeling. So it's still great, and I would still highly recommend it thus far. But I am really interested to see where it's gonna go from here. I'm ready for more things to happen. And I think I'm kind of on the cusp. Like I think I said that earlier, but I think really the story's about to take off. I'm not great at talking and cooking. All right, now I think everything's in the sauce. So I'm gonna whisk it up with a fork and see if it needs anything. Here's what it turned out like. It looks pretty good. Let's taste it. It definitely needs something. I don't think it needs more sweet. I think it needs a little more spice, to be honest. A little more sriracha in here. Okay, while the chicken finishes up, I'm going to do the dishes really quick, and then I'll come back and I'll assemble everything and show you what the finished product looks like. All right, we're just gonna deal with the bad lighting. I did the dishes and I was assembling the chicken salad, and I realized that the lettuce that we bought had gone bad. So Cole is picking up some lettuce on his way home. He's on his way home right now. He had a couple errands to run after work, so he is getting lettuce on his way here. I'm gonna like recap what I was talking about earlier, because I just don't really think I like articulated myself very well. I'm just about at the 50% mark now, and it's getting so good. I'm getting so invested. I really love Zachary as a main character. I wish that we were getting to know who he was a little bit more, and I feel like that's gonna come as the book goes on. It's told in this sort of series of short stories, almost. Like at the beginning of the book, Zachary found this book called Sweet Sorrows, and that's the one that he like read a little bit about himself in. Come on, get up here. And that book is more sort of like vignettes, and each you get to read the little vignettes, and you realize that they're all kind of connected, but you don't really know in what capacity it's connected until you get further in. And then like second part is basically the same thing but a different book, and then now part 3 is another story altogether. It's not necessarily a book, but it's like another story altogether, and you're getting like little bits and pieces of it, but the stories kind of weave with the vignettes. It's hard to explain, but I feel like it's one of those books that you kind of have to give it the entirety of before it all sort of makes sense. Like I feel like the whole story is going to come together, like everything's gonna make sense when you get to the end, which I know can be frustrating for some people, like to have to wait for the payoff to be at the very end, but I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I'm trying not to theorize too much. I'm trying to just like let myself enjoy the book, and I am really enjoying it so far. I think because I'm not like making my expectations too high for it, even though it is a 5-star prediction. I'm really like going into it with this just open mind of storytelling and adventure, and it's going so well so far, and I'm really excited to keep going with it. Halfway through, and I really feel like it's gonna be a 5-star, which would be great because of my 5-star predictions for 2022, only one of them has been a 5-star. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna read a little bit. I'm probably just gonna read physically because I've got the book right here while I wait for Cole to get home, and then we will make the salad and do dinner and all that when he gets here. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I never ended up vlogging anymore last night. Cole got home kind of late. Yesterday was his birthday. I didn't mention that, but yesterday was his birthday, and so after work he went and like got himself a few things to sort of celebrate his birthday, I guess. They weren't really like strictly like gifts or anything, just stuff that was on sale, and he was like, it's my birthday, so I'm gonna treat myself. So we got home kind of late, and then we ate dinner, and then we watched a little TV, and then we ended up going to bed. So I never really like updated again. I didn't really do much else besides like those things. I did take a shower. I don't know why I'm flipping my hair like my hair's wet now. It's not. I dried it last night. But yeah, so I didn't end up vlogging anymore last night because I just was hanging out with him, and then it was like bedtime. And it is already like later in the day. Well, like not later. It's later in the morning. It's 11 o'clock. After he went to work this morning, I ended up going back to sleep for a little while, and then I just laid in bed and watched TikTok for like an hour, and then I finally decided, you know what? I need to get up and do something with my day. So I'm up and I'm doing something with my day. I did make coffee this morning, and it's not hot anymore. So I'm going to put it over ice and have a little iced coffee situation this morning. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that with you. Let me see if I can get a better angle. Yeah, you can't see my face, but here's my coffee. All right, well, my cup of ice, and then just gonna put the coffee in. Ooh, it's a little more than I want. I'm gonna put some Silk dairy-free almond creamer, and then I'm going to, I actually have some heavy whipping cream, so I'm gonna make a little cold foam. All right. I don't know why I shook that. All right, and there she is. Let's give her a little taste. Pretty good. So my plan for today, it is already 11, like I said, so I need to like actually get started on doing stuff so that I don't waste the day, which is sort of how I feel right now. I do want to read some more. I did get a little bit past the halfway point last night. I don't know if I was already almost to page 300 the last time I updated about the book, or if I read that after, but I did go, I'm almost to, I'm on page 295, so I'm almost to part 4. I have like almost 9 hours of the audiobook left, and I'm listening on, I bumped it up to 2.25. I noticed that when I'm listening to audiobooks, I can start at a certain pace, and then when I get used to the narrator's voice, I can bump it up a little faster. I have like a little bit, almost 4 hours of listening left to do, which is completely doable today. Like I definitely want to finish it today. I'd like to go ahead and film my November wrap up today, because I want to post it tomorrow. So I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to listen to a little bit of The Starless Sea. My goal for today is to get a bunch of videos filmed. It was going to be to decorate my house for Christmas, but because Cole got home late last night, we didn't get the Christmas stuff out of the attic. So I'm going to make him get that stuff out tonight, and then I can decorate tomorrow, but I need to get all the filming stuff done today. If I get my November wrap up filmed this afternoon, then I can edit that and post it tomorrow, which would be great. But right now I'm going to have a little breakfast. Well, it's like already almost lunch, so I might just have some of the leftover chicken salad and just chill for like 20 minutes while I eat, and then I will get started on my day. Obviously, I will continue to update you as I have more thoughts about The Starless Sea. All right, I'm gonna go get some things done, and I will check in with you in a little bit. Hello, it is a little later now. It is about 3 o'clock, and I just finished filming one video that took me like 30 minutes, and then the intro for another video that'll be up later in December that I'm very excited about, but is now going to give me so much anxiety trying to finish because I only have a little bit of time. I wanted to do a really quick like catch up on The Starless Sea because I am like 75% done. I have just a little bit left, and I'm still absolutely loving it. It is really coming together. It's one of those books that you really have to like kind of trust the process on, which I know is sometimes kind of annoying with books that you have to dedicate so much time to get like the full payout. But for this one, it's worth it. Like, it's not always worth it, and I will recognize that, but for this one, it is absolutely worth it. I've said a couple times that it's giving me that 5-star feeling, and now it's not just giving me a 5-star feeling, it's giving me like favorite book of the year feeling. Unless things like absolutely go to shit in the last like 120 pages, this is potentially going to be my favorite book of the year. And wild. It's wild to say that. I love it so much. I have to charge my camera battery now before I go film more videos, because I have like at least two more that I need to film today so that I can sort of get ready for the beginning of December, and I need to get that done, obviously. But I do need to charge my camera battery, so while the camera battery is charging, I'm going to read some more of this and eat some lunch, because I haven't eaten anything at all today except for that coffee earlier. So I'm gonna go eat, and I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna charge my camera battery, and then I'll come back and give you some thoughts and film more videos, obviously. And it's just so good. Like, it's really, really such a fantastic book. Hello, happy Wednesday. Today is the final day of the vlog. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here in just a few minutes, because I already have I've started editing it, and it's already getting pretty long, and I don't think I need to really like add a ton of stuff today to pad it out, because I already have so much. I talked so much on Monday, just coming back and like getting back into the swing of a vlog, that I don't really need any more footage or anything. Also, I'm not reading anything new today for this vlog. I'm reading for a different video that's coming out in December. So I'm not gonna be vlogging when I'm reading today anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do today. I'm just gonna wrap it up. But I do need to actually wrap up talking about The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which I did end up finishing last night, and I immediately went on Goodreads and I marked it as read, and I gave it 5 stars. Like, are we shocked? No, not at all. But I wanted to sort of like sit on it for at least an evening before I came to like try to fully review it. And even after giving myself like 12 hours or whatever to talk about this book, I don't really know that I can. This is an amazing, amazing book. It is magical, it's lyrical, it's whimsical, it's all the calls that you can think, and it's also just, it's sweet and romantic and also adventurous. There's just so much going on here that I absolutely loved. I loved all of the characters. I loved how every single section built on other sections. I loved that as the book went on, more and more of the pieces were tied together. It really did feel like I was trying to solve a puzzle while I was reading this book. It really just, it blew me out of the water. I absolutely loved this. I'm fairly positive that this is my favorite book of the year. The only other book that I can think this year that might be above this one is Anxious People, and that was just because I read it at such a very specific time that it had a huge impact on me. But this one, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting over the next month trying to like come up with my top books of the year, because it's definitely sort of a race between this one and Anxious People. But oh my god, I loved this. If you're not a big fan of like really flowery writing, verbose imagery, long kind of drawn out stories that will literally take you the whole book to get the whole picture, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you loved The Night Circus, if you loved The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, I haven't read this yet, but it feels like it could be sort of similar to Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. If you love stories like that, I would recommend picking up The Starless Sea. It's really, really amazing, and I am so glad that I finally got around to reading it. I cannot believe that I waited so long to get to it, but I'm so glad that I finally did. And yeah, like new favorite book. Not my like all-time favorite book. I don't really even know what that book is at this point, but it's definitely up there in like my top 10, top 5 favorite books of all time, because it's amazing. So that is it. That was the last couple of days of November. It's been wild getting back into this vlogging thing. It's actually, I feel so good. I feel so excited to be doing booktube again. I feel like I've said that so many times, like in so many videos that I filmed at this point, but I just really feel great about being back. This was a nice little sort of feet first jumping into the deep end situation to like vlog me finishing up November and reading one of my 5-star predictions and it coming true. Like, just amazing. Like, I couldn't have asked for more. I'm so excited. I really hope that you'll stick around for the rest of December and all the videos that I have to come. I think it's gonna be a really fun month, and I'm excited for all the content that I'm getting ready to produce. Let me know down in the comments if you have read The Starless Sea and what you thought about it. Do you love it as much as I do? Do you have a different opinion? I'd really love to know. Even if you hate it, even if you hate it and you don't understand why I love it, please tell me your thoughts, opinions, feelings, everything down in the comments. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you again in just a few days. Bye.